mate, we are alive again. I can't believe I'm doing this. I have been traveling around Australia, but decided can't miss the lunch and learn, my favorite time of the week. I've got a hard stop at 1 o'clock, so I have to probably wrap the stream up at 12:55 today. FYI, I hope you're all well. If you're live, then it's great to see you in the flesh, sort of. And if you're watching on the video, then it's great to see you too. He's looking at you. We're making reports as always. This is the Build Awesome Reports, Learn Power BI by Building Awesome Reports series. We've been building the Executive Summary Finance Report, which is literally the first report from the Power BI for Scrubs intro session, and it looks like this. And it's not good. I don't think it's good. It's got drop shadows. That's not good. So we built this one to say, because it didn't answer the question. That was my whole thing here. It doesn't answer the question, except if you put the question there, which I did. They don't tell you to do that. Which month and year had the most profit? This green one. And then we built this one. Where is the company seeing the most success by country and region? We built this. I changed the map a little bit. I made the bubble map. And then we can click on North America, which is Canada. And we can click on all the different things and we can see all the amazing insights. Definition of success was something that I thought about. And I think we can improve this. There's a few things to improve yet. And then we had this one. Which product and segment should the company continue to invest in? This is kind of where we're up to. And we built this visualization and this visualization. Total sales by date and product. Total sales by date and segment. Which product and segment? I don't know if it's working for me yet. I don't know if it's working. So if you got any suggestions, then put them in the chat. I can read the chat. I'll put your face up on the stream and everything. I'll do all of that. Yes. So that's what we're working on. What am I thinking about this week? This week I went over to Auckland last week to do the Dfinity conference, and that was awesome. And thank you to Reza. And then I also went to Sydney to do the other Dfinity conference, the Sydney one, and that was awesome. And it was great to see you guys if you're watching. And thanks to everybody that I hung out with, because I had a great time. We also did the Datamates conference earlier this week. Was it this week? My goodness. I think it was. We did the Datamates conference. We did Dfinity conference. We're doing the AI conference next week. It's all happening. I'm resolute in my mission to teach people how to do Power BI. Actually, it's more than that now, because AI. What is it? My mission is to help people analyze, optimize, and automate their business processes using the Microsoft Data and AI platform. And yes, I did practice that. All right. So as I'm clicking through here, there's one thing I notice. See how this slicer is boxes, and then this slicer is a drop down. This is a problem because, oh wait, you can't see. Duh. Let's try again. See how this slicer is boxes, and this slicer is a drop down. That's a problem. That's a problem for our report, because we don't want to make it hard for our users. If they're used to doing it one way, then they don't want to do it a different way. So we want to make it the same way for everyone. We want to make it the same way for everybody. So we should choose one that we like. I don't like the layout quite yet. I haven't quite come to a layout decision on this report. And this report's all over the place. There's a lot going on here. We need clarity in this report page. We need clarity. And the clarity should be, which products and segments should the company continue to invest in? That is the question. We focus on answering the question. It's not bad. I've got products and segments. It's just, I don't know. It's just not working for me. It's just not working for me. Things to think about. Design things to think about. This is what we do. This is what we do, folks. We think about how should we answer the question, which product and segment should the company to invest in? Continue to invest in. Should we try ChatGPT? Let's see what Chatty has to say. We use all the tools available to us, including Chatty. I am going to move this over to Copilot at some point. We will use Copilot. But I just like ChatGPT right now. Sorry, Microsoft. I like using ChatGPT. And then we'll use Copilot for other things. Because we're going to build our own Copilots eventually, you know this. We're going to be building Copilots that talk to data. Did you know that's what we're going to do in the end? That's not part of this series, but that's part of my life goals. Okay, so we have a question, business question. The business question is, which product and segment should the company continue to invest in? Here it is. Boom. This is what the sales manager asked me to build a report on. Let's see what ChatGPT says. Do you think ChatGPT will come up with a good idea? I like brainstorming with ChatGPT. It's good fun. Hey, hey, friend. Gotta be nice. Hey, friend. Which product I am building a report. I am building a report that answers this question. What do you think I should put on the page? Let's see what ChatGPT thinks. Great question. To answer, which product and segment should the company continue to invest in? Your report should focus on performance trends, profitability, and growth potential for products. See, I wouldn't have thought of this. This is why I like ChatGPT. Headline KPIs. What is the top performing product and what is the top performing segment? Well, that makes sense to me. And that's actually what I was going to do anyway. But anyway, growth trends year over year, quarter over quarter. So we don't have the trend here. We can just see that what this visualization does for us is it shows us the distribution by month of the total sales by product, right? So it gives us the relative size of each product. So product Velo. We don't have a product slicer here. We definitely need a product slicer. Product Velo is this dark one. And so you can see we sold a lot of Velo and then we sold a lot over here and a lot over here. So this month, which is October. This it couldn't fit in there, I guess. You have to use the short. See, my visualization friend will be upset with me. Anyway, yeah. So this shows me relative, but that's no good, isn't it? That's right. I agree with ChatGPT. We want to see growth trends year over year, quarter over quarter growth, because that's the top performing. Which product should I continue to invest in? The one that's growing, the one with high margin. Bar or column chart. Compare revenue, profit, and growth rates across products and segments. Highlight top performing and underperforming products and segments. Do a scatter plot, products or segments plotted by revenue and profitability. Identify high revenue, high profit versus low revenue, low profit items. That's a good idea too. ChatGPT smart. Line chart. Show sales trends over time for key products and segments. Yeah, that's a bit less fun. Include markers for key events. I see now this is an interesting thing to talk about. Markers for key events. So what they're talking about here, good old Chatty, he always comes up with great ideas. Just going to replace myself with ChatGPT. Let's get rid of these random things that I must have made at some point. Probably really important, but it doesn't matter. Let's start with a completely blank page. Okay, so let's talk about like trend analysis. So we create a line chart. And then we create we want sales trends. So let's have a look at total sales. Let's make it, should we make it an area chart? Let's make it an area chart. Total sales. And then by date. And then we can select a product. and a segment. Here's our segment selector. Select a segment. Select a product. Make that a slicer. Now, this is easy because we've only got a few segments and a few products. And our segments are loud because they're in all caps. Okay, here's our segments and here's our products. Now, all products live in all segments, I guess. Small business, Velo sales, Paseo sales, Caratara sales, Amarilla sales, and VTT. Okay. See, it's less fun. This is what I was saying. It's not like this line chart. I don't know. Show sales trends over time. Hey, do you know how to do a trend line in a line chart? Here's something to learn in Power BI. It's real easy. You click on a line chart and you go over here. I'm going to turn on Zoom. Sorry, I always do this. Zoom it. 64. Zoom. Yes. See this. This is our add a trend line to a chart button. So we click here and then we go, oh, we want to add a line, but we can only add a constant line. Why can't I show a trend? This changes all the time. Can I show a trend if it's a different style chart? Doesn't a trend line come into a line chart doesn't support a trend line, but a column chart does. That's okay. Let's turn on the trend line. That's a quick way to put a trend line in, hey? But you can also do other lines, like you can make a measure that shows you the average or the standard deviation either side of the line. All that kind of cool stuff that you might want to do. And look, error bars. You can do error bars. You can hack error bars if you're Daniel Marshpatrick. He showed me how to do it at the Dfinity conference. What's the trend in small business? Up. What's the trend in enterprise? Up. What's the trend in channel partners? Slightly up. What's the trend in government? Up. What's the trend in mid-market? Flat. Okay. What's the trend in Amarilla? Slightly down. Caratara, through the roof. Paseo, up. Velo, flat. VTT, slightly up. We almost need like something that tells us that, so we can just sort it by the top performing product, don't we? So according to ChatGPT, if I were to create a line chart that shows the sales trend over times for key products and segments, these are my key products and segments. Now, this is what I was actually going to talk about. Include markers for key events, marketing campaigns, or market changes. So something that people like and is really not easy to do is to have something that goes, hey, here, let's say here is where we had a marketing event, and then look what happened to the sales. They went up. And you need something that can mark an event on your thing. Oh man, what am I doing? Mark an event at a particular point. And then have a little pop out, right? It says, hey, this happened here, and this happened here, and this happened here. So yeah, that would be cool, wouldn't it? Now there is a custom visual that does it called a pulse chart. I seem to remember. Does anyone know any other custom visuals that do this, by the way? Because if you do, let me know in the chat. Pulse chart. Here's the pulse chart made by Microsoft Corporation. Does anyone know if we could do this in Deneb? Surely we can. We can do everything in Deneb. Should I do the thing where I use ChatGPT to build a custom visual in Deneb? I can't do that today. Here's what the pulse chart does. See, it's got these markers in it. And where's a line chart annotated with key events, perfect for storytelling with data. Pulse chart shows key events on a timeline, lets you play back the events to reveal the insights. Pulse charts, 8 months. It's got a play button. That's right. How cool is that? That's not a very good image, Microsoft. Can we, like, really? Is that what we get for our pulse chart? You know what the tough thing about this is, though? Here it is, pulse chart. The tough thing about this is you need to have the comments. How do we add the comments? Look at these images. They're horrible. It's pretty old. It's a pretty old chart. So you could have a line chart with key events, and then this is when President Obama was elected. That kind of stuff. So what you want is you go, so I've got Paseo selected, and then here's all the key events for Paseo as at that time. So you would need your own table. Let's enter some quick data. We'll call it key events. And then we'll call it product and event text and date. And we go 10/10, 1st of October, 2013. For Paseo, we had a marketing campaign. Email blast, we'll call it. Okay. And then put those there. Get rid of this column. Change the products. We'll just make the dates different. So then in March 2014, 01/03/2014. And then also we did one in July 2014, 01/07/2014. And one in October 2014. All right. So we did email blasts in all these areas. And then let's just load it in. I click the green button. I never do that. That's part of the rules. What are the rules? I don't have them. I don't have them nearby. I'm going to have to open Excel. Hang on, I'll do that later. So what we need then is some key events here. We've got our key events. Here's when they happen. We need to join them into our model. We haven't done much modeling yet in this beginners thing, but we have to do it for this. Now, this is where things start to get hairy for us as a data modeler, because we say, well, I've got a calendar. Okay, so I'll join my calendar date to my calendar date. That makes sense to me. That's all good. It's not a one-to-one. It's a one-to-many. From the calendar to the key events, single cross-filter direction. We have a nice one-to-many. But my product, I want a product. Where's my product? Where's my I want to put my product in. And this is where we need to add a new dimension if we want to do this kind of stuff, because we want to select by product and date. Right? We select a product, and then on the timeline there's a date, and then we want a key event to happen here somewhere or something like that. That's what we need. So I'm going to turn my camera off. All right. So to do that, we need to create a product dimension. And here's a real easy way to do it in Power BI. So you edit the query, you go into this is now Power Query. We're in Power Query world. We know we're in Power Query because it's got a close and apply button. It's got a close and apply button. Oh, I can't find the financials, blah, blah, blah. Actually, I took a copy of this. I'm gonna sort it out. I took a copy of it. I'm gonna find it. Financials. I think I put it in my special folder for Lunch and Learn. Lunch and Learn folder. Ooh, this is like an old Lunch and Learn folder. I need another Lunch and Learn. Oh, wait, maybe. This is a completely other Lunch and Learn folder. Oh, man. I've done too many Lunch and Learns. Okay. where does this report live? What are we going to do? I'm going to close this first. So the problem is I use sample data from Microsoft. We click the sample data button. It doesn't persist. It deletes that data after you've finished making your report. So if you want to keep making your report like I'm doing on this series, I need to go and find that data again. So I need to figure out where this report lives. Here it is, marketing stream sales report. That's where it lives. So I'm going to go to marketing. I'm looking on my other screen, sorry, but marketing stream. Greg's rules. Oh, I didn't save the actual data. Oh, okay, I can't really edit too much. Can I still? No, it won't let me. Could I do it with? Could do it with DAX, but it's less fun. There's only 5 products. I can just make a dimension. Let's just make a dimension. Here's my product dimension. Product ID. So a dimension table has one unique value for each of our products. And the products are Amarilla. We have to spell it exactly right because we're going to use this for the join in the short term. Normally we would do some tricks with it and replace it with the product ID in the fact table, but we're not going to do that right now because we're beginners. We don't know to do that yet. We do not know to do this yet. We're creating a dimension table the slowest way possible. Delete. And we're going to call this product dimension. So I've just created literally a table and all it's got is a list of the products and then given it a number. And I've called it the product table. And I'm going to hit the load button, the button I never click. Okay. Now I've got a product table. And look, it's auto joined it in. Like it's like, look, I found some awesome things for you. I can join product to product. You can join products on the product table to key events on the product table because they're named the same and they have the same data type. And because they're named the same and they have the same data type, Power BI assumes that they are joined. It's not always correct, so watch out. It is, in fact, best practice to delete this and recreate it yourself because why would you get the computer to create your relationships for you? Same on this side. It found probably a thing called product and it created this relationship here auto-magically. Let's make sure it was correct. We'll see. Look, where is the product? There it is. Found it. We have joined to product. It highlight. So if I mouse over, you'll see if I mouse over the line, it shows me the 2 things that it's highlighted. There you go. That's what's going on. All right. So now we have a dimension. It's joined to our key events and our product table. Now we've got to arrange things because this is the most important game in Power BI. You have to arrange it correctly. Key events is a fact table, so we make it big and fat. And dimensions small. That's how I like to do it. A different way. Some people like to put all the dimensions at the top, so all the filters flow down into the. That's what Matt Ellington used to say. They flow down into the thing. But I like no crossing of the lines where possible. 0 line crossing. This for me is important. And I will spend hours rearranging this until it looks perfect. All right. Not really. I'm not that like obsessive about it. But I do like a big fat fact table because a big fat fact table means I know I glance at this, I look away and I go, oh, there's 2 fact tables and 2 dimensions. That's why I like it. You'll be able to see at a glance what is happening in our data model. So we've created our first, well, we've done some data modeling. We're now professional Power BI people. We have financials and key events now joined by date and by product. So when I click here on my key events, when I click here on my product and then here on my date, what should happen is it should show me all the key events for that product by that date. So let's click on a different product, not Paseo, because that's the one that's only, yeah. And let's make a little events table over here on the right. And then let's put date, event text, and product here. And then let's fix the date because we have to click a million times in Power BI to make it nice. There we go. Marketing campaign, email blast. We're using the best ever date format, the backwards year dash month dash day format. See, look, this doesn't fit. What do I have to do? Oh, Passaic. Wait. Why isn't it filtering? Why isn't it filtering, everybody? I know why, but I want you to think about it for a second. I've got a product here. I'm clicking on the product. It's working, but it's not filtering my event table. And that's because the product table didn't exist before, and I pulled the product out of the fact table over here. And because I pulled it out of the fact table, it will only affect this thing here. It won't affect both. So what we need to do is we need to replace this with our product from our product dimension. And in fact, what we should do, that's not it. I highlighted the wrong one. This is the product from the product dimension. What we should do is we should delete product here and product here. We should delete these. And actually, let me clarify. We shouldn't delete them. We should hide them. Don't delete them. That will break things. If you hide them, because now it is inappropriate for me to select the product from one of these fact tables. I should select it from the product table because there is a product table. Okay. So we go here. We replace the product with the correct product. Now we click Amarillo. All the events disappear. Carretera, no events. Paseo, hey, there we had an event. You know what would be really cool is if I could change the color of the column based on the event count. Let's do that. I feel like I am getting quite distracted, but that's okay. I like getting distracted in these sessions. There's people watching. Hi, people who are watching. None of you have said anything. I can't see any comments. Some can't post to some destinations. Or maybe if you're commenting in YouTube, I can't see you. I don't know. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to have a count of events. Event count, we'll call it. And then we'll count the rows. Count rows in the key events table. Count rows is the easiest measure you will ever learn. It should be the first one you learn in DAX. It's the one that makes the most sense. It doesn't have any weird things about it that you need to know. Just count rows in the table. Simple. Give me the count of the number of rows in the events table. And so what I can do now is I can say, I'll create another measure. Ooh, should we do it with a measure? Let's do it. We'll say event color equals if the number of events, the event count, which is a measure, the event count is greater than 0, then you don't type then in DAX, you type it in Power Query, Greg. Result if true. This is like an Excel. So if you haven't seen an if in DAX, it's if logical test, comma, result if true, comma, result if false. And if you've done Excel, that's what you do. It's literally exactly the same. So we're saying if the event count is greater than 0, then do something. Otherwise, do something else. Okay. And so the do something is we want it to be a different color. Let's make it green. We're just going to return the word green because we can get away with this in Power BI. And then we'll say, if not, then just make it null, which hopefully will leave it as default color. And then I'm going to apply that as a conditional format to the color of the column in my chart. Let's try this. We're getting advanced now. So you can do this. You can say, this is a formula. This is a formula. And you can say, what are you going to do? Which should we base this on? And we're going to say the format style is a gradient, and we're going to do it on our, where did I actually put that measure? Here it is, event color. Which field should we base it on? The event color. Which field should we base it on? The event color. No, it doesn't like that. Field value. You got to select field value first. Which field should we base it on? Event color. That's all we need to say, because the event color is going to return the color. Okay. Hit OK. Oh, there's events in my chart. I can tell. We sent out an email blast. And then we sent out another marketing blast here. And then we sent another marketing blast. So I got it to change color every time there's an event. How cool is that? Now, you could get real fancy here and do all sorts of other things. But that's fun. I like that. So that's one way we could visualize it. This key event stuff, the problem with this is that you have to have this data here. So you have to, so you need to, this is a kind of usually a data issue. When every time I've seen people doing this, it's usually they have a data issue with capturing the events. So sometimes you're getting activities out of your CRM, Dynamics and stuff like that. If you're capturing activities as they happen out of CRM, then you can visualize them over data. So you can have all your sales and then all of the activities associated with that sale, that kind of stuff. It's kind of fun. We are not going to use this in our final report, I doubt, unless we can't come up with anything better. But ChatGPT had so many good ideas, I think we can do better than this, even though this is kind of fun. Velo, no events. BTT, no events. Paseo, look at these events and look at the impact they had. So this marketing event right here had a significant impact on our sales. We should have a look at that. It's pretty insightful, I think. It's kind of good. Maybe we will use it. What else did Chatty say? Okay, we want to do top performing product and top performing segment. Top performing based on revenue or profit. See, at least it gave me a choice between the two. So should we do top performing product by revenue and by profit? And then top performing segment by revenue, by profit and growth rate? Growth rate's great. That's growth per day, which means we have to do a growth calculation and then a growth per day calculation. That's fun too. All right, we're going to do these two at the top, and then that'll be all the time we have, I reckon. Top performing product based on revenue, and then top performing product based on profit. Let's create a new page. What do we call this? We'll call this events. Products. Product events. What is our top performing product? So I should hide this. Okay, so to hide it, what you do is you right click on it and you click hide down here. It's pretty simple. So I'll hide that because I don't want to accidentally select it anymore. Keep accidentally selecting it. Now I can't find it. Oh, it's not in this table. It's only in the product table. That's what I meant before. Okay, so I want the top performing product by profit. Let's just create a quick, here's our total profit. Top monthly profit. What does that mean? It's calculate the max of all total profit for all the calendar. Interesting. Don't want to really use that. Total profit last year. Let's just use total profit. Top performing by profit is Paseo, and it needs to be for the current period, right? So we need to put in some kind of date slicer. Again, I should hide these dates. See, I almost selected this one. I almost selected this date in key events because it's here. And I shouldn't use that. I should hide it. I only need the event text. If I want the date, I go to the calendar to get the date. Okay? That's what we mean by that. Now, there's lots of dates here for me to be confused by. I only want dates where profit exists. So there's a few ways you can do that, but we could just do that. There we go. Now there's only... So of our profit in the 1st of the 12th, 2014, Paseo was the top performer. And then Paseo, and then Paseo, and then Paseo. Oh no, Amarilla. Paseo dropped down. We could use a ribbon chart for this. That's kind of fun. That's this one. It's got ribbons in it. And it shows us the current top over time. So if we put in product, like so, put in our product, and then we put in our total profit, and then we put in our date, just tick them all and see what happens. Weird things have happened because they're in the wrong spot. The x-axis should be the date. The legend should be the product. No, the y-axis should be the product. That definitely isn't right. No. I don't use the ribbon chart very often, in case you can't tell. Okay, so the y-axis is the profit and the legend is the product. I guess that's right. Why doesn't it ribbon out? Why isn't it ribboning? Shouldn't there be ribbons? Oh, is it because I've got something selected? Oh, yes, it is. Okay. Whoa. It's crazy looking. Well, what this shows me is that Amarilla was the top, and then it went to there, and then it went to there, and then it went to here, and then this brown one took over Paseo. So Paseo is brown. And then, because we're using our very nondescript, very demure theme here, it's doesn't look like fancy like you see some other ribbon charts looking. Could we change our theme to see what it looks like? What does the pink theme look like? Whoa. What about like one of these crazy themes? See, the ribbon charts look better if the colors are more vibrant, I think. So Paseo, which is this kind of tanny brown color, you can kind of see it flow through how it's been going. So we could do it like that. That's how that shows us top performing over time. Kind of. What else could we do? What was the exact thing? The top performing product based on revenue or profit. The top performing product based on revenue or profit. Well, there's just this table. Maybe we can just make this table fancy. Sorted by total profit. Let's add in a data bar because we like data bars. So we add that here. Conditional formatting data bar. Just give me a data bar. Positive bar. Let's make it that color. Negative bar should be that color. And go. So Paseo is our top performing product by profit. Let's make one for what was it? Revenue, total revenue. Is total revenue really? Yeah, I guess so. Amarilla is our highest revenue. Wait, so does that mean our margin is better on Paseo than it is on Amarilla? I think, yeah, isn't net margin going to be a better indicator of our thing? We didn't put the question up. What is our top performing product based on revenue or profit? Let's put the question on. Oh, what? I don't want Q&A. Remove. Make it 24. Make it wide. Move everything else out of the way. I think we can get rid of this visualization. Let's add our data bars in here. So if you missed the data bars before, you go to the thing in the column here and you click on the little down arrow and then you go to conditional formatting here and you select data bars there. Select data bars, you go positive, negative axis. Here's our data bars. We could make these bigger if we wanted. Hey, can I do analysis with this? Can I say, explain the increase? I can. What is our top performing product by revenue or profit? And then you go, okay, our top performing product right now is Paseo based on the last month. Then you say, analyze, explain the increase. Why is Paseo? our top performing product. Explain the increase between November and December. There was an 85% increase for Paseo, and it happened mostly in the low discount band. How cool is that? Did I do this last time? Did I tell you last time that this is my favorite feature of Power BI? And it mostly happened in Canada. And it mostly happened in government. So our sales in government, Canada, and low discount band drove the increase here between November and December for the Paseo profity thing. How good is that? I love Power BI for that stuff. I think our sales manager will be really happy to have that report for them. Can we do better than that? Maybe. We could spend a bit more time on it, but I think we're answering questions. Let's just answer a bunch of questions and worry about the look and feel. Like that'll come with time. We can obsess over how this looks, put our logo in, make all that stuff happen. The most important thing is that it answers the question. Don't worry about the look and feel until you've answered the question. If you're happy that it answers the question, which month and year had the most profit? That one. See, it answers the question. What's our top performing product by revenue or profit? You know what the thing that I don't like about this is? It doesn't say Paseo here, because that's what it should say. What's our top performing product? Paseo. So let's do that. We're gonna make a card that says the name of the top performing product. All right. A card is just like a big old number that sits on the screen, but you can also make it say a word. So we're going to have a card visual. We're going to put it right here. And then we're going to create a new measure that returns only the top one product. I think we could do that. The cheaty way to do this is to just drop product in here and see how it says first product. And then you filter it. I don't know if you can do a top one filter on a card, can you? Someone tell me. Contains. No, I don't think you can. We'll have to create a measure because we need it to be the top one. So we need to basically create this table here, total sales by product, and then select the top one product name from this table. That's the goal. That is the goal. Is there another cheaty way to do this? I just want to filter this by the top one. I want to just do a top one filter. Can I just put, what if I put in my financials, if I put the total profit in as a filter, show when total profit is this. No. First, last count, rename. No. Does anyone know how to do a top one of a name of a thing without having to write DAX? There must be a way. I'm sure there's a way. Give me the first product in the list. Anyway, we'll write the DAX for it. Should we get ChatGPT to do it, or will we write it ourselves? We'll try it ourselves first. Okay, we're getting the top end of a table that contains products and total sales. I haven't done top end for a long time. Let's have a look at top end as a thing. Returns a given number of top rows according to a specified expression. Yes, I want the top one. N value is 1. The table will be this table here, products and total sales. Order by total sales. And that will return the top row. We only want the name of the product. So it has to sit inside like a calculator, a filter or a calculator or something. No, calculate table. I want to return gee, my DAX brain is not working this week. I've done too much flying. I want to return a scalar value that is a word that is the number one thing. All right, I'm asking ChatGPT. I give up on thinking. Thinking's too hard when you're trying to stream and do it. Let's see what Chatty says. Hello. And then I can correct it if it's wrong. That's better. See, I think I'm going to give up writing code. I'm just going to get ChatGPT to write it and then correct it because it's easier. I'd like to return the top one product by total profit for a card in Power BI using DAX. Top N was right. Return the top one result from this summarized products table. Yeah. So I was going to do this summarize, and then I was like, but how do I, will it, the first non-blank top product name? Do you reckon this will work just straight off the bat? I will fix the table names up. Products table is called products. We need the product column. Product. We need the total profit, which is just our total profit calculation. And then sort by total profit, descending. The first non-blank top product. Would this just be called product? I guess this is just product. No. Was that right? Right name. No. First not. What's this first non-blank? Hang on, to think about this. Give me the first non-blank top product name. So it creates a table called top product. Why would we need the first non-blank? ChatGPT. What happens if I just return top product? I'm going to get rid of this result business for now. The expression contains multiple columns. Multiple columns cannot, that's why we need the first non-blank. So it's complaining to say that you can't turn a table as a scale. You can't return a table as a scalar value. So just return this column, first non-blank version of this column. That's what it needed it for. Okay. See, we get the error so we know what's happening. So how do we actually get this to happen? Top product equals the summarize of product and product. This has got to be product then. Or is it product? That's not going to work, man. Oh, yeah, it's not going to work. It's not. The syntax is all crazy. It's done some ChatGPT on me. Because it's trying to reference this column in this table called top product, but this top product table. What is the name of this column? Is this even a table? Let's do this experiment. Let's create a calculator table that does this bit first. And then we'll come back to this. This is how I debug DAX, by the way. I break it up into pieces. So this should return a table with that looks like this little table down here. It should have our product and our total values, right? That's what I'm expecting. The syntax looks right. I don't think ChatGPT is fooling me. So let's create a new calculated table. That's not the correct thing. Oh, no, that is the correct thing. And we'll call it test table 1. Hey, I don't even need to do this. I can do it in DAX Query View. This is what DAX Query View is for. I used to do it that way. Now I can do it here. Did I lose it? Oh, no, there it is. Run. Oh, so yes, it returns the top one, Paseo, is called product. The column is called product. Gross. Replace with your product column name. Wait, so should I just call this product? Like, That's it. No, it needs to be the name of a column. Okay. That does need to be the name of a column. Products. Oh. This is a summarize. Wait, so can I give this a name? Name one, expression one. Yeah, try that. Well, it's doing a summarize. Summarize, I see. So we're summarizing by product and by summarizing the product table by the product column and the total profit. So no, I can't. It's weird. It's weird that the column name is product like that. This is what DAX Query View is so good for. All right. So now I know that this column is called product. I think I can get this right. Weirdly. Oh, what happened to my, where is it there? So return top product. Is it literally like, that's not gonna work, is it? Oh, wait. No, it's still broken. Wait, why is it trying to close a bracket for me? What have I done here? Look, it's adding a bracket to the end. It added another bracket. Is it because of this weirdness? That is a really weird name for the first non-black in this table, this column name. Can you have a column name? God, I'm finding weird DAX stuff. Can I have a column name like the? I don't know if I can. This is just not going to work. End of the input is reached. That feels like there's a syntax error in here, but there's not, that I can tell. I'm getting stuck on DAX. This is what I didn't want to do. DAX is really hard sometimes. Okay. Let's put that. Here's my code. I get an end of input reached error. Fix it. Yeah, you're referencing this top product. It's not correct. The max X top product. Oh, okay. You reckon you can use max X? Okay, all right. All right, cuz. What do you think about this? Return the top product name from the top one result. That didn't just work, did it? It's working. So what's this one? Oh, it worked. Sometimes ChatGPT is smarter than people. What is our top performing product by revenue or profit? Paseo. All that just for a word, a single card word. Let's have a look at that code again now that we know it works. Zoom. What does it do? It creates a table, as you saw in DAX Query View, right? It creates this single row table, which is the top one, the top N, number one, and then this summarize. What summarize does is it generates it's like a group by kind of thing. So it'll generate a table of products. So it says iterate over the product table, use the product column, group by the product column, and get the total profit. I hope that makes sense if you're a SQL person, right? So give us the total profit by product, and it gets out like this. The thing that I didn't know is that summarize, because normally I would use summarize columns. I wouldn't use summarize. Is summarize deprecated? Because you shouldn't have to put a table here. Can we use summarize columns here? Is this something that, shouldn't this be like this? What happens if I use summarize columns and run? It worked exactly the same. Run. Still, he calls it product inside the top end evaluate. So top end, no, summarize columns, when you create a summarize columns table and you call it product like this, internally it creates the name product there. I never knew. Shouldn't that return it? That should just call it product, not product. That's weird. Anyway, yeah, so what this does is, and then it orders it descending. So you have the top, you're getting the descent, you have to order it descending so that you get the top one of the most profit by total profit. So sort by total profit in descending order. That's what the last two things do. Okay. So it says, give me the top one from this table sorted by that. Like I can remove the top end. If we just evaluated this little piece on the inside, let's say this wasn't working, we could just like evaluate. I don't know. Can we do evaluates like in a row like this and then just select them and run them like that? Yes. So this is what this summarize columns does. It creates the table. And then the top end sorts it and takes the top one. So there you go. So this part of the formula is sorting it and taking the top one value. And then this part of the formula is giving us this table down here. And it evaluates inside out. So it does the summarize columns first, gives us this table, and then it does this guy and gives us the top one. And then the final part of that calculation, top product by profit. Can I drag this in? Oh, please tell me this is going to work. Tell me this works? Tell me this works. I can't drag it in. I'm upset. Zoe, I have feedback. I want to be able to go, boom. And that should bring the code from that query into an evaluate here. Boom. It looks like it almost should work. It does, like it acts like it's going to work, and then it doesn't. What if I make another query? No, it doesn't work. This is the problem. Like I want to copy paste out of here. All right, we got to tell Zoe about that. Zoe, if you're watching, we need to do that. Anyway, I've got to go because I've got a hard stop, like I said. But that's what that calculation does. And then this one down here does a max X on that table, and I'll talk in and it gives us the just the product name as a scalar value. So the max X returns a scalar value, a single value, not a table. That single value is the name of this column. And that's it. How cool is that? We did it. All right, guys, I got to go. I got a meeting. Great stream. Had fun. We figured out how to make another page. I'm going to rename it, and we're going to finish up. But we'll see you next week. I'm going to do another one. We'll just keep building. Have a great weekend, and yeah, we'll see you soon. Bye.